Well, I think I could have predicted that this was going to happen, but this first half of the season, we have been just so inconsistent. But the Europa League is going really rather well. Hello, welcome to Club 3 Pot 28 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our Europa League fixtures against Bournemouth and Liverpool. So, since the last episode, form has been a bit hit and miss. September was a very, very good month. We got the win against Barcelona, which completely took me by surprise. Then October, which I thought was going to be a relatively straightforward month, turned out to be a month of complete nightmares. We lost all four league games. Those were 1-0 defeat to Alaves, 2-0 defeat to Mallorca, a 2-1 defeat to Pamplona. We did get a win against Rizespor in the Europa League phase. Just a one goal. Havagami with the only goal in that game. Then we lost 2-1 to Levante, which we got back to 1-0, but we couldn't quite hold on to the equaliser that for that long. Then we got the win against Mallorca, first game in November. So hopefully November turns out to be a pretty decent month. Obviously, the first game we win in the first month, obviously September, quite a good month. November should be a good month. Obviously, we lost our first game in October. That turned out to be a horrible month. So hopefully that's how it goes. Possibly, I might just be creating superstitions. But this is the league table at the moment. 12 games into the season. Obviously, 6 wins, 6 defeats. Is it inconsistency? Is it consistent? At the moment, it's consistent because we haven't drawn any games, which is not really it's not great. I'd like to have drawn a few more games than lost a few, but we are currently on 18 points. We're only 4 points behind Mallorca, 5 points behind San Sebastian. Not really going to win the league title this year, but there's always a chance we could. And maybe go on the rest of the season unbeaten, which I don't think is going to happen. But the Europa League, well, we've only played one other game, but we do have 7 points on the board. Obviously, 2 points behind league leaders Liverpool. Obviously, it doesn't matter where you finish in the table, as long as you finish in the top eight. That'd be great. That's what I want to do. Finish inside the top eight because I think we are good enough. Bournemouth are just below us in the league phase, so should be a nice, simple, hopefully a simple game. So the lineup will be Sissoko in goal, back for Boateng, Sergio, Guga, Leno, Kima Andres at the base of the midfield, and ahead of him we've got Havagami and Lacroix. Smear is out on the right, Hernandez on the left. Both of our left wingers have unfortunately got injuries. Camper is injured, even though it doesn't say him. He's got a hamstring strain. Alberto Barbera is unfortunately also injured. Hopefully, both of them should be back for the next Europa League game, which is in about 3 weeks' time after the international break. So Hernandez is playing out on the left. Then we've got Dionisio up front, who's scoring some goals this year, but not really at the same rate of last year. Because I don't think he's going to get over 30 unless he has a ridiculous second half of the season, which I'm already predicting that might potentially happen because it's been the same for the past 2 or 3 seasons. Rubbish the first half of the season or the first 15, then the second half, absolutely, I don't know what to say about it, but yeah, absolutely brilliant. But I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping that does happen this season because we do need to turn this form around because at the moment it's just so inconsistent. We can't really string 2 or 3 wins in a row. Obviously, we had that brilliant start to the season where we had like 4 wins and 1 defeat. Since then, not many wins. I don't really know. I don't really know what's happening because we're not really changing the formation around. Because why change the formation when it's not broken? And it's a pretty decent formation on its day. We've changed a couple positional instructions. Kima is now just a bog standard defensive midfielder, not a playmaker. I think that's part of that. I mean, if we drop the ball playing defender, because it's just that didn't really seem to be working, so we've just gone with two just bog standard centre backs. I think that worked in the previous game, and we won that. So hopefully we could try and win this game. Obviously, we are on a cautious mentality at the moment. Seems to be going well. We've had 4 shots, 2 on target. I think it's definitely leading to be. I reckon it will be goalless at half time unless we can get a goal, which doesn't look very likely. It's actually been quite a boring, quiet first half. So I'll take it. I'll take all the points if we can get against decent English sides. I don't know if Bournemouth are a decent English side. I don't know how good they are in the Premier League. I don't know where they are or how they got into Europe in the first place. I do not know, but we are goalless at half time, and hopefully, I don't know. I don't know whether to go to a balanced mentality and just try and just go for the win and try and get a goal. But I think we'll leave with a cautious mentality for as long as possible. But we are still very in the early stages of this league phase. Obviously, we're at the halfway point of it, but we are in a good position. We're not looking likely to drop out of the top 24 anytime soon because the teams that are outside the top 24 are very much all on 1 or 0 points. So I reckon we'll probably get through to the playoffs at the least, but I kind of really want to get through to the round of 16 relatively easily, and Dave Lacroix has put us 1-0 up against Bournemouth with 30 minutes left to go. That is the goal we needed, and hopefully that might be enough to get us the 3 points, because at the moment, Bournemouth, they have done nothing at all this game. Absolutely nothing. We are going to make a couple changes. Kima is going to make way for William, and I think Leno also makes way for Kim Volmar. That's the only 2 changes we're going to be making for now. But with 20 minutes left to go, obviously still just the 1 goal at the moment. I don't see any other goals happening in this game. It could just end in the 1-0 victory, which I'll happily take. I'll happily take the 3 points at the moment. But can we get a second goal, please, or just try and create a few more chances? But Bournemouth are running out of time. We are going to make a couple more changes. Spear is going to make way for Sergio. Let's get off. I'd love to get off Hernandez, but we don't have a left winger on the bench. Dionisio is going to make way for Condrich. I think for the final change will be Hamagami off for Sydney. I think that's 3 relatively decent changes, and hopefully we can try and get a late goal in the 5 minutes of additional time. But Bournemouth have got a throw in a very potential dangerous area. Can we just try and put the pressure on and hopefully get it out? Boateng with the header. Can we just hoof the ball upfield? Sergio tries to play the ball through to Sydney, but he just couldn't quite get there. That's a good save from Sissoko. A very good save indeed, and that might have just won us the game and got us the 3 points against Bournemouth. There we have it, the 1-0 victory, all wrapped up, and I presume that victory does move us inside the top 8. How many English teams are there in the Europa League? Obviously, there's Bournemouth, you got Liverpool, then I've just spotted Brighton. Didn't realise they were in the Europa League. We avoided them, didn't we? Because they would have been I'd say they were more of a tougher side than Liverpool and Bournemouth put together, I reckon. But we'll see how good Liverpool are in the next game. But hopefully we can get the wins against Madrid and Valladolid, because I'm not too fussed what happens in the league this year. As long as we have a good second half of the season, that's all I care about. The first half, it could be thrown under the bus. But as long as we can get at least 1 win out of these, preferably against, we should be beating Valladolid because they are bottom of the league. But hopefully we can make it back-to-back Europa League wins with a win against Liverpool. Well, I think let's be honest. I think October was probably just one of them blippy months where we couldn't win a game, because November we have been absolutely wonderful. We did win our 2 games off camera. We beat Atletico Madrid 4-2, and that was on a defensive mentality. 4 goals on a defensive mentality. I don't know how that works. I really don't. Dionisio getting a hat-trick in that game. He still knows how to score, and Dave Lacroix with the fourth goal in that game. Then we did beat Valladolid 2-1. We were 1-0 down, but thankfully Dave Lacroix got the equaliser, and Dionisio got the winning goal. So that does put us, if my maths is correct, I think that puts up in up to 10 goals this season. So it's not been too bad. So with those 2 wins, that does move us into 8th in the league. Obviously 8 wins, 6 defeats. It's very good. If we can keep that the draws down to a bare minimum, that would be good. And keep that at 6 defeats, that would be very good. If we could just win the rest of the games left of the season, that would be probably title winning form, I should think. No, it wouldn't be, because no, I think we've already lost the title. If we could just win most of our remaining games, that would be good. At least half of them, that should be good. But I don't know how many more wins we need to secure the next spot in the. I reckon we can probably secure our spot in the playoffs with a win today, or at least mathematically it should be possible, because I don't think we're going to drop out of the top 24. But I'm hoping we can finish in the top 8. But as long as we can get a decent result against Liverpool, I don't really mind what happens, because Liverpool are a good team at the moment. They're a very good team. But this is the lineup. It is Sissoko in goal. A back four: Boateng, Sergio, Guga, Volmar, Kima at the base of the midfield. Then ahead of him, we've got Hernandez, Lacroix. Smear is out on the right. Barbero is back on the left-hand side. He is fit to play pretty much most of the game, but we'll get him off in the second half. Then we've got Dionisio up front. Come on, lads. Let's hopefully try and get a. I want to get a win against Liverpool, but I don't think that's going to happen. I very much rooted. I take a draw. I take a narrow defeat against Liverpool, but deep down, because if we want to get to the final of this trophy, I think it'd probably be us and Liverpool in the final, depending on what side of the draw we end up on. But if we want to win this competition, we need to beat Liverpool today, just to prove we are actually good enough. I don't actually recognise any of the people in the Liverpool starting 11, and that's probably fairly obvious, because we are in year 2041 and we haven't even come close to winning the Champions League. Obviously, we have won the Conference League. I would like to win the Europa League, then the next stage on from that would probably be the Champions League. Whether that's with Real Betis, I do not know. I mean, it could have all been wrapped up if we had taken the PSG job, but no, I decided to be a bit of a wally and not go, because of them not paying too much, not enough money. But I think that might have been a big mistake. But hopefully there might be a few other opportunities around the corner. Probably not this season, but maybe next season. You never know. If we keep on winning, there might be a few job opportunities that come up in the near future. But we are closing in on the half-hour mark of this game. I was going to say it's goalless at the moment. We haven't really done much, but Boateng has got the throw down to Dave Lacroix. He finds Dionisio. 2 players go down. It should be 2 penalties, right? 2 fouls in the area. That means 2 penalties in a row, but I don't think it works like that. But we do have at least 1 penalty. Dave Lacroix, please hope he's not injured, because he's our best midfielder. We can't really afford to lose him, because we don't really have any other decent channel midfielders than Dionisio. That was a very nerve-wracking penalty, because he just about scored it, just about squeezed under. How the hell did the goalkeeper not get to that? Because it looked like he was going to get there, but he just about managed to squeeze it into the bottom left-hand corner to put us 1-0 up against Liverpool with 10 minutes left to go of the first half. Can we pull off? I don't know how much of an upset this would be, because I don't really know how good Liverpool are in the Premier League now, because we are 16 years into this save, 17 years, maybe. I don't know how many seasons we've done. It's definitely 15 or 16 seasons, but don't really know how good Liverpool are. Don't know if they're in a relegation battle, which I don't think they are. I think they're very much, obviously, it suggested me that they're in the Europa League because they haven't been in the top 4 for absolutely ages, but I don't really know how good they are. What have they been doing? I mean, they're obviously, is that a spoiler with that? They've lost against Real Betis. So by the looks of it, their form hasn't really been okay. It's been pretty decent. I don't know where they are in the Premier League because I couldn't care less about the Premier League or in the Spanish league. So by the looks of it, Liverpool not as good as us at the moment. They're not. We are going to make a couple of changes. Dave Lacroix is going to make way for. We'll get on. We'll get on Hamagami. He can come on and be the channel midfielder, which yeah, that's the one downside. If Lacroix did get injured, we don't really have any decent backup midfielders. Sydney's great, but not great yet. But he's okay, but not really good enough to play week in, week out. Barbero is going to make way for Camper. Obviously, coming back from injury, don't really want to risk him too much because if we can keep Barbero fit for as long as possible, i.e., no more big injuries, that would be absolutely fantastic. Elias will whip in the corner. Kima Andres does head it clear, but Sturge, that's a good shot, and thankfully they hit the crossbar. And by the looks of it, Camper is going to go on a counter attack. It basically came off the crossbar, we lumped upfield, and we win a corner. That is just absolutely ridiculous play. That is absolutely. I can't think of any words to describe that. Imagine if we scored from Liverpool hitting the crossbar. That would have been absolutely absurd. It really would have been. Right, we are going to make a couple more changes. Spear is going to make way for Sergio. Let's get off Kima Andres for William. I think that'd be the final changes we shall do for now. With 15 minutes left to go, still currently 1 goal up against Liverpool. Where does this put us in the league? Because obviously Liverpool were top of this league phase. I don't know how many points we were behind them. Dionisio, that was a very good opportunity, but he couldn't quite get the ball on goal. But I don't think it was really a shootable distance because he was very, very wide, very close to the goal line. And Hamagami went for the long range effort, but couldn't quite get his shot on target. Where does we'll have a look after the game, but I ain't gonna bother trying to mess about with it during the game because Liverpool might potentially grab an equaliser. William hoofs the ball upfield to Dionisio. What can he do? He goes down. I hope he's not injured. He's back up. The good boy is back up. I thought he was injured there. I nearly pooped my pants there when I saw him rolling around on the floor. And Roberts has got the ball. He's got a good first name, but I think we could have done a lot better. Sissoko probably could have potentially tried a little bit harder to save that. Is there anything we could have done a little bit better in that attack? I mean, Roberts played the pass out to Pesciuti and not really sort of turned the lost Volmar. Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing, but it's 1-0 against Liverpool. I'm not going to argue with it, but I think, I mean, judging by the stats, it does look very, very even. But I think all in all, it's a good point against Liverpool at the moment, unless we have a late twist in the tail. Are we going to get a late corner? I don't think we are, but we did play 1 minute over the 4 minutes of additional time, but nothing really happened. But that is, I take that. It's a solid point against Liverpool. Where does that put us in the league phase? So that does currently put us 7th. Whether we might have been top for a split, about a few moments or so, but I don't think we are now. But we're obviously not now, but we are very much in the hunt for the top 8 spots, which is very, very good. I don't know who our next few Europa League fixtures are against. Who have we got next in the Europa League? We've got Falkirk. Should be a fairly winnable game, albeit they are really good in the Scottish leagues, which still don't understand that. They've sort of come from pretty much nowhere. So we are also in the Spanish Super Cup, which is another trophy we could potentially win. Again, I don't know why that's there. I thought it would have been like a pre-season sort of tournament, but it is in the middle of the season. I'm not going to argue. So I think that might be coming up in the next episode. But hopefully we could potentially, obviously, I don't know who else is in this competition. no Barcelona, no Real Madrid. I'll tell you what, if we beat Atletico Madrid, I genuinely think we are going to win the Spanish Super Cup. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.